You sit down or don't get.
No,
Wait, sit down.
Okay.
Like and subscribe right now or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. Most of the patients who appeared on TLC's My 600 Pound Life had a traumatic story to share. Some have been abused when they were a child, and some have lost a loved one. Most of them used food as a coping mechanism, although they managed at the end to turn things around eventually or struggle to make ultimate changes. Well, in today's video, we will see My 600 Pound Life stars who were completely victims. Samantha Mason. Samantha had a very difficult childhood, just like many participants on the show in Season 9, all because of her father's alcohol and abusive behavior, as he was quite violent toward her mother. By the way, when she was just 5 years old, her parents' marriage fell apart. Since then, Samantha started binge eating to deal with all of this for her comfort. At the age of 7, her weight was 150 pounds, and all the circumstances became even more out of control when she was forced to live with her father, his new wife, for a year. While at her father's place, she was restricted by them for her meal to control her weight. But all of that restriction made her eat even more whenever she visited her mom. When she was in high school, she weighed 400 pounds, and at 17 she got pregnant with her boyfriend before dropping out of school. After their daughter Isabella was born, Samantha and her then boyfriend broke up shortly. By then she weighed 500 pounds. After some time, when her father died tragically in a motorcycle accident, her eating habits made her life out of control once again. To fill that void, she tried to cope with it with food, but in her episode she claimed that no matter how much I eat, it's never enough. At nearly 1,000 pounds, she started her weight loss journey at 35, and fortunately, she lost 400 pounds. Joyce Dell. 44-year-old Joyce hadn't left the house for years initially before her episode. Actually, she was in so much bad condition that she was dependent on home health care 24/7. She claimed that her life had reached a point where all she wanted was food. But at a height of just 4'11" and with a weight of 750 pounds, Joyce's body was close enough to give up. Because of her condition, Dr. No kept her in the hospital under his supervision on a controlled diet. Although she gained 58 pounds, when she was eventually sent home to learn that she would lose weight on her own. Dr. No set her up for psychotherapy in the hopes that dealing with her tragic past would help Joyce to overcome all distraught circumstances that made her overeat. But unfortunately, she still continued to gain weight despite the fact that it was her last chance. But after struggling a lot, she failed to meet the goal again. According to her, she had tried her best and convinced herself that Dr. No's program had failed her. But as a viewer, we all know who failed who. ZSALYNN Whitworth. In Season 2, viewers met ZSALYNN, and when she described herself, viewers became shocked after knowing that her pretty unusual lifestyle involves her flying around the world to enjoy with men who are into large women or who are fat fetishists. When she first appeared on the show, her weight got close to 600 pounds, and as she became a mother, her life wouldn't be so fun anymore, as she now spent most of her day watching television and had trouble moving around. Well, within the first year of starting her weight loss journey, she became happy by losing an incredible 247 pounds. But her husband Gareth didn't seem happy about her progress because he likes larger women. He shocked viewers when they saw that he continued to push ZSALYNN to eat unhealthy foods, just to gain weight again to meet his sexual desires. But fortunately, ZSALYNN took a bold step and got divorced. She ultimately chose her health over her sick husband. Cindy VELA. In Season 9, Cindy first appeared on the show. Well, when she was sexually assaulted by a family friend when she was just 8 years old. To cope with all that traumatic incident and to make sure her abuser wouldn't be interested in her any longer, she started binge eating to gain weight. When she was just 10, she weighed 140 pounds, and by the time she turned 18, she doubled her weight. Her parents also got divorced because of her father's alcohol addiction. That used to make him abusive towards her mother. Due to that, Cindy's weight continued to become out of control, and by her mid-20s, her injury made her partially bedridden, as she had nothing to do all day. Therefore, she started binge eating all day and hit 500 pounds by the age of 30. She was 45 years old when viewers met Cindy last year. She was not only relying on constant oxygen support, actually she was also suffering from lymphedema and diabetes as well. She had a caretaker who used to take care of her daily do activities. Well, friend Sandy was the one who eventually convinced Cindy to meet Dr. No to seek help. She met him and he told her to lose 70 pounds and put her on a controlled diet until the next appointment. But despite all the efforts of her friend Sandy, unfortunately, she didn't even make an effort to meet her goal to lose weight. When she started missing several appointments, Dr. No even threatened her to take legal action just to put her in a controlled environment. But she fired him as her doctor in turn and returned home. Bethany Stout. 40-year-old Bethany was quite honest about her problem related to overeating in the beginning of her episode. She even claimed that food was her happy place, and if she could, she would like to even trade food for sleep. Well, throughout the day, her husband Sheldon and her daughter Isabella were the ones who usually brought food to her. During her first appointment, Bethany denied that her husband was the one enabling her to overeat. But she was also seen convincing the camera crew during the first weeks of her weight loss journey that how well she was doing. But in reality, she wasn't as it revealed when she went to see Dr. No again, that she'd only lost 14 pounds. With audacity, she kept claiming that she was following the 1,200-calorie diet, and despite the results showing otherwise, in the entire episode, she lied that she continued to stick to the diet plan. However, she still managed to get approved for her weight loss surgery. But to your surprise, it didn't take long as she started gaining again and still claimed that she was following Dr. No's instructions. But eventually it seemed that her cravings were too much, since her weight loss surgery hasn't worked the magic according to Bethany's expectations. So she ultimately decided to quit the program. Kelly Mason. Just like so many participants on the show, Kelly Mason also started gaining weight after she experienced a traumatic incident when she was a kid. Now at 41, she has become so heavy that she could barely move around. Therefore, she made her mind to make the long and strenuous trip to Houston, Texas in order to see Dr. No help. She weighed 725 pounds at her first appointment and had a multitude of health issues, such as high blood pressure and a blood clot in her leg, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, thyroid problems, reflux, and heart problems. So it was quite obvious that she really needed help immediately, otherwise, God forbid. Well, when Dr. No suggested to Kelly that she should be admitted to the hospital, she quickly started losing weight and hence was approved for surgery very soon. During her weight loss journey, she was on the right track, but sadly she passed away in her sleep due to a heart attack earlier this year. KRYSTAL Hall. During her childhood, KRYSTAL started struggling with food addiction just like most of Dr. No's patients. Well, in her episode in Season 9, she shared how the abuse she suffered as a child still drives her crazy just to eat to this day. She also admitted that because of her condition, she wouldn't be able to take care of herself anymore without her husband's assistance. Well, although for her, food addiction wasn't the only main reason that KRYSTAL wanted to struggle to lead a normal life. Actually, she also revealed that she suffers from polycystic ovary syndrome, and because of that, a beard grows on her face that needs to shave daily. Besides this, KRYSTAL also had some other health-related complications which included nerve damage in her stomach and high blood pressure and diabetes from all the years of abuse. Dr. No started concerning her health more when she told Dr. No that she was sleeping more than 15 hours a day. So he referred her and encouraged her to see a therapist, because her severe depression would hurt her chance of succeeding in her goal of losing weight unless she got treated. Megan Davis. At 24, Megan was living with her mother, weighing 604 pounds. Her mother used to take care of her as early at the age of 6. She already weighed about 250 pounds because of some serious health problems. Dr. No became quite shocked after knowing that the 12 medications she was taking on a daily basis were usually referred to people with poor health in their 40s and 50s. But it can be seen as a wake-up call for her if she wants to. Well, during her first 3 months of weight loss journey, she only lost 14 pounds and tried to justify that low process with an audacity that she was a picky eater. However, Megan finally managed to make some good progress after moving to Houston in the next few months. But even though by the end of the episode she had lost over 120 pounds, due to Megan's health concerns, unfortunately she could still not be approved for bypass surgery. But despite all that, she was still determined to continue her weight loss program. Though in the upcoming updated episode of My 600-Pound Life in the near future, viewers will surely be able to continue following Megan's journey. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.